game enters its 6th decade. We welcome you to Santa Clara and Levi's Stadium for Super Bowl 60. One game remains to crown a champion. It's the AFC champion Denver Broncos and the champions of the NFC, the Carolina Panthers. Wherever you are, welcome to America's great sports day. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Super Bowl Sunday, 195 different countries know all about it. They're watching, Greg, and for the players, this moment. They've built so much, and now it's here. A chance to take the field in the biggest football game of them all.
Every team leading up to the Super Bowl. For the players that have been here before, there's such an advantage. You know what to expect. You know what pregame feels like. You know how to handle the emotions leading up to it. But for the new players, the new coaches, no matter how much you tell them, there's still an element of uncertainty that really doesn't hit you until that ball is kicked off. So who handles it better? Who's more prepared for this stage? We're a couple minutes from finding out, and man, I think we are in for a great game.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday, and off we go on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
All week long, they just keep telling themselves it's just another game, and then reality sets in. And I promise, as he takes the field right now, Mike, the thoughts and the emotions swirling around his head, he's got to do his best to harness it. These are the games that legacies are built upon. He understands, even though he's had this long journey, he is going to be judged based on these next 4 quarters.
And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
It'll be taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 34-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
First and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
This one brought in by Brown. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Gano's kick is good. And the Panthers will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Denver offense, set to take over for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
You just can't imagine the emotions and the thoughts swirling around his head as he takes the field on this opening drive, Mike. I mean, you think of the journey they've been on, their regular season, that gauntlet of playoff games through the AFC playoffs, and now here they are. He's taking the field as the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl, and he's 4 quarters away from living out his dream.
And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
First and 10.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Up the middle they go. And it's going to be taken down right at midfield. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Broncos.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. On the play fake, here's Madden. A throw complete to Tim Patrick. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. Good for a Denver first down.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Manning. That's taken in by Thomas. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
On third down, it's Manning. They're trying to hit him with a screen. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
So the Broncos will turn things over to the field goal unit. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Nick Madison's kick is good. And the Broncos will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Field goals for both sides on their opening possessions. 3-3 as this one's kicked away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Panthers offense going to take over now for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Defensively, bring him down for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Second and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Carolina.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
Taken down at the 41. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he is putting in the work. Dancing inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 8.
At the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and a yard. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
Pick up of 2 yards.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And the Panthers are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. That is a gain of 15, and now it's first and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's second and goal. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Panthers.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end. And they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Not going for 2, they'll kick the point after. The kick is good. Panthers take a 10-3 lead.
Broncos 3.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Jones now on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Throwing now, Manning. This one not quite on target. Not him too much, and that one falls incomplete. Tim Patrick was the intended target. And it'll bring up second down.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth with the receiver saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit. Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. A pickup of 21 on that connection. First down, Broncos.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
throw on the move is caught. And to be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Manning. Quick throw here is complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 50. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page. And that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Quick hitting slant there. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
His kick is good. That ties the game at 10.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This taken at the 5. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Panthers offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Start on the ground, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Back to the ground, he'll get it again. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
And in motion is Brown. Well, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set up to throw. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim, so there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 14 on that one. Good for a Denver first down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They gain 18 yards on that one. First down, Broncos.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. Now off the boot, under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position, but with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6, but after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
So the last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now Manning. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Everybody on that sideline, when you find yourself in a goal-to-go situation, you're all thinking the same thing. You're getting 6. Well, next thing you know, you've given up 2 sacks on the previous 3 plays, and I think here on 4th down, I've lost all confidence in my protection, and I think you got to settle for the 3.
So the Broncos will turn things over to the field goal unit. This from 30 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos going to take the lead It's now 13-10.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
They'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
They'll put a receiver in motion right. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And he's going to have the 1st down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down.
What a call here on 4th down. You just don't traditionally see screen games used on 4th down tries, but in this case, the defense was bringing some pressure. They timed it right and picked up the 1st down.
They'll look to throw again. And the defense not going to let him wiggle out of that one. They force him out behind the line of scrimmage.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. He'll bring up 3rd down.
Down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Broncos have it. Inside the 20. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And Greg, you talked about it all week. not just stop him with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they forced the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Now it's McManus for the point after. It's up and good. The Broncos add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. His throw left side is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
A gain of 15.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
To number 28. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Play is stopped for a moment. It is an injured Carolina Panther on the field. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Left side, it's caught by Brown. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
A gain of 19 yards.
A pickup there of 19 yards. It's good for a Panther first down. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Back for more on Super Bowl Sunday after this. They'll look to throw yet again. There's a short one caught by Olsen. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down. Man in motion is Brown. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Brings up second.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Back to the air one more time. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got it.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward, it's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up. So, Dave Canales will bring in the field goal unit. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. Gano's kick is good. And the Panthers are able to get it back within a score.
Panthers 13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Jones now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Manning. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
Complete to number 14. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Here comes 2nd and 4. Here's Manning. The outside complete to Thomas. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
So, 2 quarters down here in Santa Clara, the Super Bowl 60 halftime. Straight ahead with Scott Hanson.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. Two quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Broncos offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. Has an opening. Past the 40. A terrific run. Finally brought down, but he's inside the 35-yard line. A big one there to start the second half. 41 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
They get 18 on that one. Good for a Denver first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
What a start to this drive. Back-to-back, 2 big plays, and after that nice long run, all of a sudden you find yourself first down inside the red zone.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
4 yards.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense. And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Panthers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here, down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught left side by Olsen. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. A big play here in the big game. 42 yards.
And Mike, I think as they try to find themselves clawing back in this game, they're going to have to make a concentrated effort here in the second half to continue to get him involved. Give him opportunities in space with the ball in his hand, and chances are, when he has it, good things happen. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Now he'll run it. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Panthers.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. First and goal coming up.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That is caught, and he's in. Brevin Jordan. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Gano on to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Panthers are back within a field goal. The lead is 3.
Panthers 20.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense. And their running back set to go once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Manning. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him. And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. This one's just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
A fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 4. Man in motion is Brown. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. In the middle, and he's got his man complete. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
Panther 1st down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
They'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
Quick hitting slant there. A gain of 11 on that one. It's a Carolina 1st down.
11 on the play. 1st down, Panthers.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
The RPO, that one is complete.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. All right, So anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
To the ground, a first down run. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
At the 13-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. There's a handoff out of the gun. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Carolina.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Now, Gano for the extra point. He's got it. Panthers have taken a 4-point advantage.
Panthers 27, Broncos 23.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to get back at it. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They'll stick with him again. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing now, Manning. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
The Broncos bringing out their punter as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Panthers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground, and he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Marcus May in on the stop.
2nd and 9.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They'll get 19 out of that play. It's good for a Panther first down.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Down to the final quarter in Super Bowl 60. We'll return for the 4th from Santa Clara after this. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I really like the personnel adjustment by the defensive coordinator, Mike. They go dime coverage, so they're going to bring out 6 defensive backs, really play the pass and muddy it up with as many pass defenders as you can. Nowhere to go with the ball, and now we got to see, does the offensive coordinator, when he sees that dime package take the field, what answers does he have?
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw is Manning. Taken in by Thomas. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest.
A big hole. Still going. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 80 yards. Touchdown, Denver. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And the Broncos go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
Panthers 27.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. This will be returned from the 6. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They get 15 on that game. It's a Carolina 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. 1st down.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. That is caught out wide on the RPO, and And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
Here in the fourth quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball like that. They got a chance to take a late lead here in the fourth quarter.
At the 21-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 8. Man in motion, heading left. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That is pulled in at the 5. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. That is a gain of 20. And what a chance now. 1st and goal coming up.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Gano on to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Panthers have taken a 4-point advantage.
Panthers 34, Broncos 30.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Manning. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
3rd and 7. To throw, it's Manning. Got his man, it's complete to Thomas. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Broncos.
Broncos, first down. First and 10 at
And
the
how about the
37-yard
poise
line.
of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the fourth quarter, Mike, facing a tough third down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown. Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They try to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. Manning. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
And the Broncos, first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Second and 10. Here's Manning. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. 25 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Denver first down.
23-yard line.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
To the air is Manning. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal. They get 14 yards and set up first and goal. 2 minutes remain in Super Bowl 60. We're back to see this one wrap up after this. Now, first and goal. They'll drop to throw. The throw here is complete. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Denver. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game.
Panthers 34.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Panthers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Here's 1st and 10. Now, this looks like a design run, and he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
1st down, Panthers.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll step up and run.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They face 2nd down and 7. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
Here's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
And after that completion, they don't have enough to move the chain, so it's all going to come down to this. If they want any opportunity to go down and kick themselves a field goal, they've got to convert here on this 4th down. They need their best play.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The Broncos offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And still 2 timeouts left for the defense, but no real need to use them. They're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Here's a toss as they look to run. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a timeout for Carolina. It's going to be their 2nd. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one.
10 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Only 1 timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. And the Broncos have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. Wow, you talk about a compelling Super Bowl. That's as good as we could ask for, Greg. A struggle, tight till the end, but ultimately, one team had a little bit more, and they are now the champions.
And as in the case in so many Super Bowls, Mike, your entire franchise, and for a lot of these players, their legacies are altered by a play here, a play there. This could have been a